Pruning in the fall is tricky business. The temptation to clean up your garden and your plants in preparation for next spring is never higher. However, the majority of your plants and your crops should simply be left alone in the fall. And in this video, I'll explain why. Hey guys, if you're new to the channel and you want to learn all the best tips and tricks to sustainable backyard gardening, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. Pruning your plants is done for several reasons. It's done to encourage new and better growth. Pruning is a great way to remove dead and dying branches, prevent disease, as well as clean up your plants in general. And finally, pruning can be done to direct growth, shape your plant, and for pure aesthetics. But you just can't start cutting away your plants however and whenever you feel like it. Trimming your plants must be done in a way that observes a major part of the plant's life cycle. And that part of the life cycle is dormancy. In most temperate regions, during the winter months, many perennial plants go through either a complete cessation or stoppage of growth, or they slow down greatly. This is a defense mechanism to prepare the plants for the coming cold. This is what makes pruning in the fall so dangerous. Much like the raspberries here that I was pruning last spring, you simply have to wait until fall dormancy, or in this case, right before and during the spring bud break. This rosemary, for example, was pruned back in August, and it has since nicely branched out with new growth. And that new growth is already hardened off and won't be affected by the coming frosts. If I were to start pruning this rosemary now, in mid-fall, I would severely disturb its winter slowdown. And most certainly, I would cause a bud break, cause the plant to branch out, and that's just not desirable this time of year. And in the case of rosemary, which does continue to grow right through the winter, I'm much better off pruning this plant in the spring. Much the same situation with this young grapevine here. The temptation to clean it up is huge. But here in the Pacific Northwest, the chances of a warm fall day, coupled with the pruning stimulating new growth and bud break, is simply too great. I have to wait until the spring. In the same family as the raspberries is this rose bush here in my front yard. It is also in need of some major repairs. But fall pruning of roses is simply out of the question. I have to wait until the full dormancy of winter kicks in, or even better, right before the first bud break during the final frost of next year. If you're interested in learning on how to prune some specific plants, including rosemary, strawberries, raspberries, and pretty soon grapes, I'll throw a link to the videos down in the description below. Click subscribe if you haven't already. For those of you that have, I really do appreciate the support. And I'll see you in the next video. Finally, guys, I just wanted to give you an update on that dying fig tree that we pruned back in August. I'm happy to report that it immediately responded to the TLC we gave it, and the foliage that it's producing is unreal. I would like to see it go into some dormancy soon, but I'm super pumped at how it responded. I have no doubt we'll be harvesting our first figs from it next summer.